You're watching Reality Check. We are coming to you live from Banaras in eastern Uttar Pradesh, which has emerged as a major battleground in the coming Uttar Pradesh elections. And already a controversy has broken out after the Prime Minister was here earlier today inaugurating a major eastern expressway. The government says that this is a marquee project for the Yogi Adityanath government, which is going to connect the underserved eastern region of Uttar Pradesh with Lucknow. But the opposition says that this was their idea to begin with. And they've also criticized the Prime Minister for using a government event to make a sharp political point.
यह तीन रंग देश की आन बान शान के प्रतीक हमें तिरंगे झंडे की याद दिलाते हैं। Mirage 2000.
Indian Air Force fighter jets touching down on the Purvanchal Expressway. Minutes after Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the 341-kilometer long road, the showpiece project of the Adityanath government, months before Uttar Pradesh's crucial state election. The expressway connects state capital Lucknow to Ghazipur in eastern UP. The Bihar border is 20 kilometers away. The expressway cost 22,500 crore rupees and took 3 years to build. Thousands of people gathered near the rally ground to watch this air show that was put up by jets of the Indian Air Force. This, of course, was after the Prime Minister gave a 30 to 40 minute speech here in Uttar Pradesh's Sultanpur. Even though this was a government event organized by the agency which built the highway, crowds had been brought in for a political style rally, with the Prime Minister blasting the opposition.
यहाँ सड़कों पर राह नहीं होती थी, राह जनी होती थी। पूरब के लोगों के लिए लखनऊ पहुंचना भी महाभारत जीतने जैसा होता था।
The political attack was preceded by Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav tweeting this photograph, claiming the foundation stone for the project was laid in 2016 when he was chief minister, and that the project was designed during his government's rule. The UP BJP had tweeted back this jibe, asking Akhilesh why he hadn't taken credit even for the Ram temple construction.
आज तक भी समाजवादी पार्टी के बनाए हुए कामों का ही उद्घाटन हो रहा है। तमाम काम मुख्यमंत्री जी वही कर रहे हैं जिनका शिलान्यास काम शुरुआत समाजवादी सरकार में हुआ था।
जो अपने समय में असफल रहे, वो योगी जी की सफलता भी नहीं देख पा रहे हैं।
A bigger controversy. Why was public money spent on a quasi-political event? Hundreds of UP government buses brought crowds to the function. Those who travelled on the buses say village pradhans urged them to attend the event. One point of contention between the government and opposition parties is the use of government buses to ferry people. I'm standing on the roof of a UPSRTC bus, which is a government bus here, to show you these shots of a sea of buses here who are ferrying people to the rally. 95% of these buses are UP government buses. For instance, this bus that Rajesh will just pan and show you to this side perhaps, or this one here. They are all UP government buses. आप लोग इन्हीं बसों में बैठ के आए हैं?
हाँ, बसों में बैठ के आए हैं।
कोई प्रचार हुआ था आपके गांव में कि आपको आना है या?
हाँ, ब्लॉक जरिए प्लस प्रधान के जरिए हमें सूचना मिली थी।
हम आशा बहू हैं।
अच्छा, आशा बहू
जी।
तो आप इन लोग को लेके आई हैं?
नहीं, हम लेकर नहीं आए, हम
अकेले आए?
साथ नहीं, ये लोग साथ में हैं, लेकिन हमको कोई सूचना नहीं थी, इसलिए प्रधान भी द्वारा नहीं था। हम अपने आप आए हैं।
The mass recruitment of government buses for the rally meant hardly any were available to commuters in government bus stations in nearby towns like Varanasi and Ayodhya.
मैं इलाहाबाद जाना है मुझे और मैं सुबह 7:30 बजे से खड़ा हूँ, 9:30 बज चुका है, लेकिन अभी तक जो है कोई बस नहीं यहाँ रोडवेज पे है, न कहीं से आ रही है।
यहाँ पर कोई गाड़ी नहीं है, सुबह से खड़े हैं और हमको बनारस जाना है।
Controversy apart, the expressway is expected to improve connectivity vastly to the state's underdeveloped eastern region. With Ashok and camera person Rajesh Gupta, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
All right, so joining us tonight on Reality Check, we have with us Juhi Singh of the Samajwadi Party. We have Surendra Bhadoria, leader of the BSP. We have Vibhakar Shastri, spokesperson of the Congress. But let me start with Alok Vats, leader of the BJP. Now, Alok Vats, obviously, you know, highway inaugurated. That's a great public service for the people. But already, as you could see, these controversies breaking out. Let me start with the first one, which is about the propriety of the Prime Minister using essentially what is a government event, turning it into a political rally, where he's making political attacks at his opponents, where people are being bussed in on public money using government buses to attend this event.
Well, it is a big boost in the Purvanchal area by making this expressway. I don't know whether I have seen on your television the government buses have come there, people are there in those buses. Probably it could be paid for, and you know, people from all those areas to come and see how the highway has been built. So it is a matter of, you know, sort of investigation to know whether these buses have come free or it has been paid for.
Slow chal rahi.
These are basically government buses, which are state
Yes,
transport corporation buses. Hundreds of them were used
hired.
to bring people in, and a number of
buses can be hired by people.
And this was paid for by the government, sir. Yeah, but this was paid for by the government. This was at public money that people were brought in to attend essentially what was a political. I mean, it seemed to be almost like a political event. And the Prime Minister is using a government platform to target the opposition.
Well, it's not a public rally. It's a rally for the area of the people to come and see how development has taken place. And this will be a big boon, this particular expressway, to that area in all respects. Economically, people will benefit from it.
Okay.
Travel-wise, it will be a much easier travel. So public had to come and see.
Sure.
And these are poor people who can't afford. They have been shown the expressway. So what's wrong in it? And it's not a public, private rally. It's not a political rally.
All right. This is an interesting argument that government will spend money to bring people to show them government achievements. But let's just get Juhi Singh first to react to that. Juhi Singh, you know, the argument is, so what? If people are being brought at government expense, this is a great service that's going to benefit the people of the region.
First of all, I object to Mr. Vats calling the people of Purvanchal poor, and oh, so innocent he is that he says that these buses could have been paid for. Sir, please don't get angry. Let me speak. So this Purvanchal Expressway, the foundation.
One at a time, sir. Please don't interrupt, WhatsApp.
So the foundation stone was laid down by Akhilesh Yadav on 22nd December 2016, and this is a very important road, planned, aligned, land was acquired by us. So why did Yogi Adityanath hold it up for so long? I mean, this whole 5 years he was sitting on it and waiting for the construction slowly to proceed, and the Prime Minister today comes and says that I've completed it in record time, raises certain questions on the government and also the machinery. Anyway, the BJP turns everything to an event that's really their own integrity, but acknowledge that this is a project which was started by Samajwadi Party.
No, but at the end of the day,
yes.
No, but Juhi Singh, at the end of the day, as you know, this often happens. Government A inaugurates a project or starts a project, government B completes it. at the end of the day, the project has been completed under the watch of the BJP government, the Yogi Adityanath government. And does this not give them a very strong political advantage in this eastern region to say, listen, we have managed to, you may have come up with the idea, but we managed to complete and build this highway that's connecting Lucknow to Ghazipur, to the eastern part of the region. Is this going to be a big political boost for them?
Not if they're lying about a lot of things, including the fact that the various BJP spokespersons are saying that the tender which was awarded by the Samajwadi Party government has certain question marks, and they've changed the standards, and the people know. And why are we? It's all right for the BJP to celebrate and the Prime Minister landing aeroplanes on Purvanchal Expressway near Ghazipur, but he should do some on the border also. We have certain issues on the border with China also, but the road is important. They've changed the standards. There were certain amenities which were necessary. So all that has to be taken into account. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, but let me just, before I move on to the others, let's just get a quick response from Alok Vats. That Alok Vats, the point is that this was a project inaugurated reportedly by Akhilesh Yadav towards the end of his tenure as Chief Minister in late 2016. We actually have a graphics up on that and some visuals as well of when he inaugurated it. I think he called it the Samajwadi Party Expressway. Now, why doesn't the government, and this applies to any government, why doesn't the BJP government acknowledge the fact that it was started by someone else, your predecessor, you may have completed it, but why try to cover that up?
You can't give personal credit for public projects. Whosoever started it, maybe okay, somebody started the freedom movement, but Gandhiji ultimately got it. So where is the question? If we are not undermining Samajwadi Party, we are not naming anybody in this that they have been a hurdle. We have just said that we have built it, and it's the fact that we have built it in record time. Whosoever started, okay, he may take the credit. Go to people and say we started it. We are not stopping you from doing that. But it's we who have built it. We have not only built this, we have built many other things. Look at the railway station in Bhopal that we have built, world class. Somebody may have started it, but we give it the asli thing. We did it. We made it happen.
Like
okay, the point. Okay,
this is an open debate.
Okay, I just want to. I'll just come to each of you. I think the point here is that
if it's not an open debate, then it is all right. You can have a feud between the Samajwadi Party and
highways
the BJP.
Have been built. I'll come to you. I'm saying that this is
a feud. I don't mind. I don't mind. No. I mean, this is as if these are only two players that you have over there in your debate.
By other governments as well. I'm unfortunately constrained because I'm on a highway. I can't make out, is that Mr. Bhadoria who's objecting or is that Vibhakar Shastri? But I was
I'm not objecting.
I was coming to the others. In fact, I'm coming to you, Mr. Bhadoria.
Open up the debate.
No, I'm coming to you, Mr. Bhadoria. I'm coming to you, Mr. Bhadoria. And the question I'm asking you, Mr. Bhadoria, is that do you believe that the BJP's big push in Purvanchal, whether it's the highway, PM has been here inaugurating projects, Amit Shah was here again inaugurating, is that putting you at a disadvantage in this very politically important region? 140 seats, the BJP won close to 100 of them last time. Is this worrying you? Bhadoria sir.
Well, let me put the debate in perspective. Let me put the debate in perspective insofar as this expressway is concerned and all the development which has been there since the last 10 years. Let me also say this, by 2012, it was Bahan Mayawati ji who had an idea and a vision for the Ganga Expressway, which wanted to connect the eastern UP and western UP together, and in which, as a first thing to start, was the Yamuna Expressway. Yamuna Expressway was completed, but then it was Akhilesh Yadav who came and cut the ribbons for the Yamuna Expressway. He did not even acknowledge that it was built by Bahan Mayawati ji. So the people of Uttar Pradesh know, and you as well must be knowing about it. Similarly, it was the Jebor International Airport which was envisioned by Bahan Mayawati ji. It was also the Lucknow metro station which was envisioned by Bahan Mayawati ji, but nevertheless others take the credit. We are not here to either take the credit, but we want to say this, that the BJP and the Samajwadi Party is trying to do an upmanship. They are trying to do upmanship, and let me say this, it is not their party which is building, it is the people's money which is building all this.
No, but Bhadoria Saab, fair enough. But the Bhadoria Saab, if you say that so much work was done during Bahan Mayawati ji's tenure, then why is the BJP being reduced to a kind of, it appears almost a bystander in these elections? Everyone says this is now just a bipolar contest between the BJP and the Samajwadi Party.
You know, in the opinion polls have always done this. Opinion polls have always done this. Media has been unfair to us always. This is nothing new. And let me say this time also, you know that in the last elections, last 3 elections, we have polled as much vote, if not more vote than the Samajwadi Party. But then, if you want to say no, we are not there, well, you are free to do so. You have your freedom of speech and freedom to speak and to write and to say everything. But let me say this, that even in this election, the people of Uttar Pradesh understand that which is the party which gave them law and order, rule of law and development. And it is on this basis that we are going to the people of Uttar Pradesh, and we don't want to do this.
Let's go to
which is the party which
let's go to Vibhakar Shastri. Okay, let me go to Vibhakar Shastri. One second, let me go to Vibhakar Shastri, because Vibhakar Shastri, at least the BSP can turn around and say we have the vote share roughly equivalent to the Samajwadi Party, and he's right. Both are at about 20%. But the Congress, 5-6% vote share, slowly declining election after election in Uttar Pradesh. And now with the BJP making a big push in Eastern, Akhilesh Yadav again is making a big push. Where is the Congress?
First of all, let me thank you, Srinivasan, for having me on your show. Thank you, Srinivasan, for having me on your show.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you again for having. Okay. Thank you for having me on your show. I've been hearing all the 3 respected spokespersons of different parties. But let me tell you, to begin with, Mr. Alok Vats of the BJP, I feel bad and very sad, because we come from Uttar Pradesh, we belong to Uttar Pradesh, generations of my family comes from Uttar Pradesh. Every small thing they do, they do it in such a big way, as if, they've created something. Roads have been built before also, during our tenure, Congress tenure. Building roads, of course, development is there, but what about unemployment? What about price rise? What is happening to the common people? What about Lakhimpur? What about Hathras? What about, these are the real issues of governance. We of course, when you look everything as vote share or politics, like you've been just conducting the show on Purvanchal vote share and stuff like that. See, people are not fools anymore. I mean, let me tell you, Mr. Srinivasan, very categorically, that the way Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is working in Uttar Pradesh.
No, there may be questions. I know there may be questions on the government's performance, but the point is that despite, as you said, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra being on the move and all of that, do you seriously see the Congress as a contender in this election? Would not have been better to try and align with 1 or 2 of the other parties? Go with the SP, go with the BSP.
Not at all. Not at all. We have tried that in the past. We've gone with Samajwadi, we've gone with BSP in the past, and you've seen the results. It's not benefited us at all, and it's benefited the other parties. So I think Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi has herself said that we'll be contesting on all the seats, and we'll be contesting all the seats. Of course, the results will be known only when the voting is done, counting is over.
All right, fair enough.
And I think we are very confident of winning.
Okay, of course, results will be known. Let me go to Alok Vats. Okay, let me go to Alok Vats. Alok Vats, the argument being made is that the BJP turns each of these events into these mega events because you're also trying to paper over serious governance questions, whether it's Hathras or whether it was the farmers being crushed to death in Lakhimpur Kheri, allegations that it was done by the son of a union minister.
Well, that matter, Srinivas, is sub judice. Let the outcome come there and everybody will know who is the real culprit, because 4 of the BJP people, 1 journalist and 3 other BJP persons were also killed. So there have been other people also involved in it. And as regards these people talking about the UP government,
of course,
we have a list of things to, tell the people, and the people know about it. The economy has reached 21.73 lakh crore from 10.30 lakh crore in 4 years. Per capita income has doubled. CMI, unemployment rate has gone down by 4.1%. Earlier it was 17.5% in 2017. Then we have ease of doing business.
I'm fascinated where you're getting some of this data from, especially on unemployment.
These are fighting with numbers.
CMI report. It's not my personal report. Go by that. Maybe you laugh at it, but go by the CMI report. And what about the other things? The COVID vaccination.
I think on unemployment particularly.
You go to any
toilets created. 2.55
I invite Mr. Vats to my village and I want to show that hundreds of youth are going around unemployed.
Okay. If everybody, all of you speak at the same time.
It's appalling, Srinivasan, when
if you speak at the same time, no one can hear each other.
You go to any village in Uttar
just a
Pradesh,
second.
you will see hundreds of youth unemployed.
Okay, no, this is chaos. I'll have to lower mics. I'm sorry, we'll have to lower mics. Juhi Singh, let me ask you. I don't want to lower mics, but we'll have to lower mics. Juhi Singh, let me ask you that. One could argue about the pluses and minuses, but do you believe that from the terrible second wave, the impression that the UP government had, lost the plot, now the way they've come back, the publicity blitz, the projects, the carpet bombing by the big leaders, a lot of that negative sentiment is getting dissipated?
The people of UP have been hurt, have been really hurt and have been taken advantage of. They've been left alone in the entire second wave and even after that. So publicity is not going to change something. Talking about 70 lakh jobs and then even putting out the data of just 4 lakh jobs. Reservations, scholarships are being held up. You are giving employment only to people on a daily basis. That's the Banarega scheme which has been criticized. All these figures are there and the incomes, I don't know, maybe it's from the WhatsApp University of Yogi Adityanath. He has a little WhatsApp group that Mr. Vats is getting his data from, because I don't find it anywhere. And people of UP don't.
It's not my data.
Okay, but Bhadoria Sahab. Okay, but no. Again, let's not get into an argument because it will be impossible for anyone to understand. Bhadoria Sahab, you don't believe that some of the public backlash, particularly the mishandling of the COVID wave, dead bodies in the Ganga, sacred Ganga, we're not far from where I'm standing right now. You don't believe some of that has been, they've managed to douse those fires of disappointment with the Yogi government?
I think, in Uttar Pradesh, there is not a single village in Uttar Pradesh and not a single family which has not suffered. Let me tell you, this is going to cost the BJP very heavily in these elections. And let me also say this, that over 600-700 farmers that have died, there is a sentiment across Uttar Pradesh where the agriculture community is up in arms against this present dispensation and regime, and they will see to it that the BJP is ousted.
And they'll vote for you. You're sure about that?
Okay. Well, let's see how it plays out.
Yes, we are.
We'll have to wrap it there. I'm sure everybody wants the last word, but we'll come back to Uttar Pradesh. We'll have to come back to Uttar Pradesh. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you all so much for joining me on the show. And thank you so much for watching. That's all the time we have. Good night.